Well, hello everyone. Welcome and welcome back. We are live. We are live to our live segment as we always do, man. I love the 80s and the year is 1982. I'm excited about this. And look, we're going to get into it. You know, I'm definitely fond of 1982. And when I was recapping this, a lot of good stuff happened in 1982. And I'm
yes,
really excited to get into
a lot
it.
of good stuff
happens. To go on the ride with me. Oh, I froze again. Damn it, man. I fucking froze. Okay, here we go. But Phenom, man, you excited about this recap of 1982?
Absolutely, yo. Like I said, every time Phenom 202 D-Day representative, always got to say that. Shout out to the GA crew out there. The more and more we creep up in my age, the more and more stuff's starting to hit home. I'm starting to remember where I was, what happened, that feeling. So I'm 82. Let's get it, man.
Yeah, 82 is really a good year, man. I'm not going to lie, man. What about you, Ali? You excited to get into it?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Especially when you see some of the show notes, you know what I'm saying? Some of the clip notes. So this is a lot of stuff I was into. I was like, okay, like this is we're getting more and more. Like as we creep up the 80s, it's like more and more. Like, you know what I mean? That first 80s, I was like, I'm lost. Now we're creeping up a little bit more and more, you know. So yeah, definitely shout out to 82. It was a good year, man. It was a good year. Especially
82.
I was like, yo, golly, the movies.
The movies, and we're going to go through some of them. We're not even going to hit them all, but there was a lot of good movies that came out in 1982. 1981, not so much, but 1982, yo, it was crazy. But we were going to start off with one movie that came out in 1982, man. That was a huge movie that came out in 1982, man. Let's go ahead and hit that right here. Conan the Barbarian came out in 1982. This is Arnold Schwarzenegger's first really huge starring role. And also in Conan the Barbarian also stars James Earl Jones. And basically the synopsis of this, the plot is he's a powerful warrior that seeks to avenge the genocide of his people and the murder of his parents at the hand of a snake cult. So, man, I definitely remember this movie. Huge movie for me. I remember watching this as a kid, and he was like a live action superhero. Really, this is before I even knew who he was, but just seeing him on screen was so fantastic. I was a huge fan of this movie, loved it. Conan the Barbarian, starring Arnold on pretty much everything that we know after that. But what are you guys' thoughts of this movie, man? Phenom, I'll go to you.
Good movie. I watched it a couple of weeks ago. Movie was cheesy, but it was still good. I was all in. You know what I mean? And this is when Arnold really wasn't talking that much in the movies. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't talk a whole lot, yeah.
But I definitely agree with you. He was like a superhero in this movie, yo. You know what I mean? Yeah. And shout out to James Earl Jones, yo. Like he's always a good bad guy, yo.
Yeah. Ali, man, what's your thoughts?
Oh no. This movie was off the chain, for sure. So my bad. I keep clicking off and on. But yeah. But Conan was the shit, yo, just from the beginning. You know, they messed him up as a child. He had to push that shit around in a circle. Everybody died. He was the only one left.
Yes, he was the only one left.
You know,
he got big as shit.
It's got some of my favorite lines in it, you know, as far as like, I don't even remember the lines word for word, but just like some of my favorite thoughts. Like even like he was praying to his God. He was like this and that. He was like, if you don't hear, he was like, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? He gave this little eloquent monologue about, you know what I mean? But he was like, if you don't hear me, then fuck you. Like, let's go. But he went in. Yeah, Conan was the man, yo. I like them all. The Barbarian, the Destroyer, you name it, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Which movie had the one had the twins in it? No, it wasn't them. It was a different movie.
You talking about Beastmaster?
It was Beastmaster, yo. It had the
I know you were the twins. They were like a good one too, though. They were definitely like great value Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they was like, fuck it, we got two of them. Like, you know what I mean? I remember Beastmaster was a fire movie, yo. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, because he could speak to the animals and
yeah.
Shit. You know,
a couple of movies, yo.
That's why I like Beastmaster. It was pretty dope. He had them little ferrets and shit, the little ones. I love that, yo.
Oh, that movie was trash, man. Oh, that shit came out in 82.
Oh, damn. Oh, for real?
It came out in 82. Oh, snap.
Because I because I used to just watch it. It used to come on TV a lot. Like it used to come on the reruns and all that.
Yeah,
came on TV a lot. I love the Beastmaster. I thought it was a cool movie. I mean, he could speak to the eagle. He had the side of the eagle, and he had the little Ferris with him, and he had the tiger. And I thought it was a dope movie, but Arnold Schwarzenegger would have kicked his ass, though. I mean, Conan would have kicked Beastmaster all over the place. But yeah, this was a good movie, man. Good movie.
Man, I forgot James Evans was in Beastmaster, yo.
I thought it was James Earl Jones. It was James Evans.
And Beastmaster.
Oh, okay. I'm getting them mixed up. Okay, yeah. Beastmaster, good man. Conan Barbarian, 1982. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, man. So let's continue, man, because there's a lot and lots of good movies that came out in 1982, man. So here's another movie that came out in 1982. Here we go, Tron. Tron came out in 1982, starring Jeff Bridges. This was a huge hit. The plot of this is it's a computer hacker that is abducted into the digital world and forced to participate in gladiator games where his only chance to escape is the help of this heroic security program. Man, I don't know what to say, but I thought this was the shit when it came out. I absolutely love Tron because to me, being a geek, getting into video games, this was right up my alley. It was literally putting you into video games. Now, I think the plot of it is great. Is the graphics do they hold up? It's not so much, but I think the concept of it is still fantastic. They do got some really good graphics though when they're on the motorcycle. When they're throwing the frisbee.
That's the best shit with the motorcycle.
That is, yo.
But I mean, it's 82. Go ahead, Pino. No,
go ahead.
Yeah, it was 82.
Somebody go.
Somebody got to go. Yeah, I did like the whole concept of the movie. To me, was fire. You know what I mean, with him and they was working at the the games shit to throw him in the shit. But the movie. I mean, Tron. I'm trying to think back. Like the movie was fire. Like you said, that the joint when they were throwing.
Yeah, they had to throw the frisbees at each other.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely ahead of its time, I would say, as far as that type of stuff goes. So I'm not mad at Tron at all. I mean, I know the reboot, it was like a little shaky. It wasn't horrible.
Yeah, reboot wasn't. It was too late.
Great, but But shout out to Jeff Bridges, great actor.
Yeah, I mean, I think the newer Tron obviously had the more technology, so it looked better. Yeah. The story wasn't as strong as the previous one.
There.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Jeff Bridges, yo. I forgot he was the main character in the shit, yo. Yeah. I haven't seen Tron in so long. I forgot he is that, yo.
But it's funny because when you're when you're looking at the movie Tron, he is actually coming into something that's already there because they already have a particular character that is kind of the hero of the game. But we're following Jeff Bridges kind of like the audience, so he's learning how to use stuff. And then they have kind of like the virus, the old guy that was wearing the red, kind of like trying to take over the program, so it's an interesting concept, almost similar to what the Matrix would have been with the Wachowski brothers, but just done in 82. But it was a hell of a concept. And the video game was badass too. I remember the video game growing up. I thought it was pretty cool for at least 82, but I think I wound up playing it on Nintendo.
I don't remember the video game.
I played it on Nintendo, and I definitely didn't play it in 82 because if it was on Atari, it probably looked like shit. It was on Atari.
You played it on what, Corey?
In Nintendo.
Oh, I thought you were saying Nintendo. You sound like my grandma. She's like, "You get off that Nintendo." Like I saw you said Nintendo. I didn't say that in the beginning.
I got that bootleg Nintendo for Christmas called the Nintendo.
Get out that Nintendo. And give me some water out the refrigerator. The refrigerator.
Man. Well, we're going to keep rolling on movies because there's just too many. So let's go here. We're going to go with another movie here, which I think is definitely probably going to be a lot of people's favorites, man. And here we go. 48 Hours. I don't have anything to say. This is the first movie from Eddie Murphy. He's already the comedy king on Saturday Night Live, and he gets his first starring role in this movie, 48 Hours, starring Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. the concept of it, and he's Nick Nolte is a hard-nosed cop, teams up with the wise-cracking criminal, and temporarily paroles him for 48 hours in order to track down a killer. Man, I love this. This movie was shit. Everything about this movie was
I actually
great.
watched it yesterday, yo.
Oh, dang.
Get out of here.
Look,
yo.
I'm gonna tell you this. If you come to my crib, my wife is gonna roll her eyes every time Eddie Murphy come on TV because I watched The Golden Child. I watched 48 Hours. I watched 40 Hours 2. I watched Coming to America. Fucking every Beverly Hills Cop. Every time it's on, I don't care if it's
even
what
3
part of the movie it's on. I'm watching it, yo. Beverly Hills Cop 3. I'll stomach
1 and 2 are the best. Better.
You are some true fans because I love them. I love Eddie, but 3,
3 was kind of hard, yo.
But
go ahead.
3. I can
true
get
fan. Go ahead. My bad.
No, but 48 Hours is one of my favorite. I mean, like I think Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte is probably top 5 buddy cop duo in cinematic history, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I like the story. The storyline is a really good storyline. You know what I'm saying? He had to fight Billy Bear and all that stuff. The big Native American dude. He had the biker dude, and Reggie Hammond had to get money, yo. He had his money in his Porsche, yo.
Yeah, it was a shit, man. What about you, Ali? 48 Hours.
Yeah, I love 48 Hours. Everything about it, man. Reggie Hammond, Reggie Hammond, new motherfucking sheriff in town. You know what I mean? And for real, this movie put me on to this song, South Chicago Cub. He put it best. I can't even scroll up. Because this is when I was Roxanne. You don't have to put on the red light. When he was in jail and they was coming him out, he was singing like. Because I was like, okay, but yeah, definitely. Everything about 48 Hours is good, man. Your boy had that dusty old car. I remember when they got into the fight in the alley and shit.
Mm-hmm. They put the paws on each other. Yep.
Yeah, the whole half the movies Eddie Murphy just got. He was just trying to get a little bit of that strange. She was like, "Yo, come on, man, can I just get a little strange?" like that was.
He was this close. He was this close because he was in the club.
Yeah, he was getting close a couple times.
And he was about to go to the hotel across the street, and he saw the dude they was after leave the hotel, yo. So he had to abandon the snatch to go get his money, yo.
You got to give up 48 Hours because if this movie did not do well, then we might not have gotten so many of the classic the Eddie Murphy movies that we got in the 80s. I mean, he ruled the box office in the 80s, and this was the beginning of many. I mean, you got 48 Hours. I mean, too many. Golden Child, Trading Places. I mean, Coming to America.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too many even name. I mean, he was ruling the 80s. So, I mean, just shout out to Eddie Murphy. I mean, and it's so funny because he was only I think 19 or 20 when he did this movie. You know, he was fairly young.
Yeah.
You know, he was fairly young and holding his own against a seasoned actor at the time, you know.
Yeah.
But Nick Nolte probably he just looked old though. He probably was only 20 years old though.
Yeah, it's funny though because like shout out to Chicago Cub again, yo, because he dropped the name Sonny Landham in there. Sonny Landham played Billy Bear in there. He was the Native American guy in it.
Oh yeah,
Billy Landham, you would know him. He was also in Predator.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
One of my favorite movies I watched in the 80s. We'll get to it one year. Is Firewalker with Lou Gossett Jr. and Chuck Norris, yo. He played the guy, the bad guy in there. The other name.
Lou Gossett Jr. played a bad guy.
No, Lou Gossett Jr. and Chuck Norris did a movie together called Firewalker.
Yeah, he was the Firewalker.
I don't remember Firewalker. I must have had cable.
Yeah,
that came out in '86. When we get to '86, I'll talk more about it. Yo.
Okay, '86. I might or might not have had cable because some of these movies I didn't see when they came out, but my mother started working at a video store in the late '80s, so I was able to go back and watch a lot of them videos when I was in a video store. Yeah, Chicago Cubs, man. R.I.P. to Sonny Landham who played Billy Bear. Yeah, straight up. Look, we're going to go through movies, man. Another movie, and I did see it up earlier up in the chat. Another fantastic movie that came out in 1982, which actually was probably one of the biggest movies in 1982, man. E.T. There you go. E.T., written and directed by the king of the box office, Steven Spielberg. It tells the story of Elliot and a boy who befriends an extraterrestrial, but they dub him the name E.T., who is left behind on Earth. And along with his friends and family, Elliot must find a way to help E.T. find his way home. Oh, man, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This movie made me cry as a kid. This was the only movie that I ever saw in the movie theater in the 80s, because I was and I cried. I cried in the movie theater when I saw E.T., man. When they had him all hemmed up with the government and he started turning white and all that stuff, I lost it. I lost it as a kid because I was like, you can't kill E.T. Like, what are you doing? But this movie was fantastic. Shout out to Steven Spielberg. This movie was a huge hit. I loved it. What are you guys' thoughts? Phenom, I go to you, man.
Shout out to the Hooper, yo. He said, I'm putting it out. This is the first comment we got before we even started. He said, I'm putting it out there that E.T. is that dude and was robbed of Best Picture. Gandhi can go fuck off, sitting around here not eating half the movie. I agree. If you watch Gandhi, it was a good movie, but it was only Oscar worthy because Gandhi was very popular back then. But E.T. hit all. I think it was not just a family movie.
Yeah.
Because it had a lot of humor in it, you know, dressed up E.T., the high E.T. had the girl clothes on and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Just the kids being kids and just trying to take care of them. And then it took a turn, like you said, when the government found out his existence.
Yeah.
They tried to take him, and they had the whole neighborhood quarantined off with the damn mobile labs and all that shit. And
that
then,
was my first time, man. Like, I hate the government. What are they doing?
Two iconic scenes: the finger, obviously the glowing finger, and the moon
bike. The bike. Yeah,
talking about the bike right here.
Yeah. Well, no, when you had him flying up in the air.
This is it.
No, the silhouette.
The silhouette.
I mean, but this is the beginning when they're getting chased by the cops, and then they go flying up on the moon though. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. E.T. I know y'all don't hate me. Everybody's about to hate me.
Man, come on. Don't tell me you didn't like no E.T.
I like E.T., but it wasn't like one of my favorite movies growing up.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, E.T. was cool. It was cool. You know what I mean? I already know the shots don't come flying.
Oh, you about to get shots, yo.
It was cool, you know. It's definitely, like I said, the E.T. fall home type of deal and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I'm just leaving it that because I don't
yo.
I didn't even feel like getting abused in the comments today. Yo.
I mean, what was it? Was it because you didn't see it when it came out and you saw it when you were a lot older?
I definitely
you think that.
A kid, I couldn't even comprehend it when it came out. I mean, I saw later on in life. It was just, I mean, like it's not a bad movie. Like it's not bad.
Yeah, I agree with you, Brandon. You are not a human, Ali. You did not like E.T. Come on, man. Come on.
I don't hate it. That's what I'm saying. I don't hate it. I just know everything's gonna come off as hate. You know, it's either one or the other around here.
Right.
So I mean, no, it was cool though. It was definitely good, man. I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean?
So I hope I'm not the only one that cried. Phoenix, you didn't say you cried, but did you cry when you watched this movie? You didn't cry.
I don't cry with movies, man.
All right. Well, I know I'm not the only one. I'm sure there are other people in this chat that cried. But Ali, you're not the only one because Zozo Bob actually agreed with you. He didn't like E.T. either. So you're not alone, brother.
Thank you. I mean, it wasn't bad. It just won't like it was all right.
Okay. I go for that. But this is the thing. We have so many more movies. You didn't like this movie, but I know you liked this movie right here. I know that you like this movie right here. Now, this was another movie that came out in 1983. I love this movie when it came out in 1983. Rocky III, starring Sylvester Stallone and Mr. T. Give you the basic premise of this movie. Rocky is on top of the world. Life is good. He's doing commercials. on top of magazines, you know, and then all of a sudden he gets his ass handed to him by an up-and-coming hungry fighter named Mr. T. And then he must turn to his former rival and foe, Apollo Creed, in order to help him get the hunger and the fight in order to get back and win the title, man. Golly, man. Look, one thing about Rocky 3, I think it's the training is probably one of the best things of Rocky 3.
Always
but there's so much about Rocky 3 that we like.
You know, it's a montage. That's a fire ass montage, yo. That training montage is shit.
I love Rocky 3, man. I mean, everything about it. Mr. T talking to him in the beginning where he's he doesn't want to fight him, and Mickey's like, "You can't win, Rock." You know, like
wait, he's like, "You been fighting 15 what? Yeah, tomato cans." He was like,
"That's the funniest thing you've been fighting." They would. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I know you love this movie, Ollie. So go ahead, jump in. Tell me about this movie, man.
Like everything, like you said, and then like his really first interaction with Rocky, when Rocky was at the shit little I don't even know where he was at, like cutting a banner or some shit, whatever. Mr. T was out there.
Yeah, it was the statue. It was the statue.
Yeah, what did he say about his wife? He was like,
he said, hey woman, come
get with a real man.
Yeah. Why don't you come on down to my place and I'll make you be with a real man. Something like that.
Mr. T was crazy,
Mr. T, yo, yeah.
He fucked his ass up that first fight, though.
Oh, man. He really fucked his ass up.
But shout out to Apollo Creed, RIP, you know what I mean?
Carl Weathers.
Apollo Creed in the movie and Carl Weathers, you know what I'm saying? Both of them get the RIP. Yeah, he put him in through that training montage. He had him running in the sand and shit, getting his footwork right. He's like, he's like, I was like, after this movie, Rocky could dance, I bet. Like, before Rocky, after this movie, Rocky could two-step. He had him in there with, you know what I mean, doing his thing, man. No, but this is a great fire-ass movie.
Yeah, the training montage was best because they were running on the beach and Rocky didn't want to, run no more. And then Rocky's like, we'll get it tomorrow. One of the best lines in the whole movie when Apollo Creed is like, there is no tomorrow. That's one of the best lines in the movie. You got to do it now because there is no tomorrow. But Phoenix, before I go on my Rocky binge, Phoenix, come tell me, brother, were you a fan of Rocky 3?
I'm not a fan of Rocky, yo. Have you not? I said,
I'm turning this camera off you right now.
Is the most overrated franchise in the history of franchises, yo. They got something good. I mean, obviously, but if you go back and look at our review when Eddie Murphy did the joke, shout out, that's on our channel. Go check that out. We did Eye of the Tiger. I've been very consistent. I'm not a Rocky. I mean, I watched every Rocky. I watched them multiple times. I don't know why I watch them. I really didn't like them. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
I like aspects of it. Like I like Mr. T's character. I like Drago's character. But
this must be how y'all felt about me with E.T. Because goddamn Rocky, like he for real.
Come on, yo.
Rocky,
man. I am
running up to
right
Seth
now.
Rocky. Like, you know what I mean?
It has iconic stuff. I'm not a fan of the Rocky franchise.
I can't.
What you say? What do you mean you don't like Rocky? I'm saying I be doing it. I mean, come on, yo. This is best shit ever.
Man,
Mr. T
is it really?
His ass.
And how about this, Corey? Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Corey. Keep talking about my bad. I'm on the wrong screen. But go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, man. It was the shit, especially when they were starting to do the training and he first went to the hood and the guy didn't want him to be there and Rocky don't know how to dance. He ain't quite got the footwork.
Yeah,
there's like 30 minutes of training montage and this shit is
I like that. But
then how about this, Corey?
Hulk Hogan?
Hulk Hogan was Thunder Lips. Yes.
Motherfucker, Hogan was in the movie, yo.
Hogan, yo, come on.
What's the purpose of Hulk Hogan?
The ultimate man, I think that's what he said.
Yeah, he was, I thought this was an exhibition,
man. Angel said Rocky 4 had the best one. Rocky 4 was probably, if I had to pick one, I like that one better than all the rest of them.
I mean, Rocky 4 is a real good movie.
I mean, Rocky 4 is good, but that movie is all a big video. I mean, it's like the whole Rocky 4 is all montage. I mean, literally.
I like the montage. But if you go back and look at it, I mean, Rocky 1
Rocky 4 is great. I love Rocky 4.
Yeah, Rocky 1 was good because it was up and coming and stuff like that. And you know, Sylvester Stallone didn't win. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't. I didn't agree with the storyline because you get to fight the heavyweight champ, then you get to a draw with him or whatever. You don't win, but you press the champ to a limit. Then Rocky 2 comes. I don't even remember half the shit of Rocky 2. And then Rocky 3 comes with Mr. T. I'm like, I like Mr. T because Mr. T was a good heel in the movie.
Yeah, he was a good heel. Clubber Lang was his name.
Clubber Lang, you know what I'm saying? He was a good heel in it. Rocky 4, avenging, Apollo Creed's death, yo. I understood that. But Rocky 5, Rocky 6, Rocky 12, not a fan of it, yo.
Brandon, I think Corey said Rocky 4 had the best montages. He said, nah. When Mickey died, he was like, shit, no, Rocky's training after T after Mick's death. You know, when Mickey died in the motherfucking locker room, I was like, now that I might have shed a tear as a child, Corey. There you go.
Yeah.
You want to see when Mickey died, I was like, oh shit, not Mick.
Yeah. I mean, he died right there on the table, right in front of him.
Yeah.
Rocky's face was all fucked up. And he's like, yo, we won. I'm saying, Mick, we won. We did, Mick. Man.
I shouldn't be laughing at him dying, but
that's how he was sad. He was like, he couldn't even get his words out at that scene. And then you hear the scream. Oh! He don't even like cry. You just hear, oh! Oh! Come on, if y'all Rocky fans know I'm telling the truth, yo.
Yeah,
he's like,
this shit, yo.
Yeah, man. That's my Rocky impersonation. We also, man, I'm sorry, we've been on Rocky a long time.
Yeah.
We love
Rocky all day.
Yeah, we can talk Rocky all day, man, just with that. But let's go to something. Rocky definitely brought us the fight in us, man. We were excited. At least Ollie and I were excited about Rocky. But there was one movie that I watched, scared the shit out of me, man. I'm not even gonna lie, yo. Poltergeist. This came out in 1982, a classic horror film. The family's home is haunted by a host of demonic ghosts that abduct their youngest daughter. And look, I'm just not even gonna lie, this movie scared me. And that creepy looking clown fucked me up major. I just could not with that clown. But this was a great movie. I'm not even gonna lie, when I watched this movie, I really watched this movie a lot younger than I should, because I probably was like 8 when I finally started watching this movie, even though it came out in 1982. It messed me up, man. It messed me up. But this was a great movie. And going on, Zozo Bob, that classic line, "They're here." That's one of the classic lines from that movie, though. But what are you guys' thoughts on Poltergeist? Did you watch it? And if you did, what are your thoughts about it? Phenon, go with you first.
I watched it one time in my life.
Okay.
That's all I needed to watch. I watched it when I was probably 9 years old, even though it had been out a while. My parents wouldn't let me watch it because it was a scary movie. But then I snuck and watched it, regretted it ever since, yo. Like, I was terrified, yo. I slept with my light on.
Yeah.
I made sure my TV was off. All that. I was terrified. You know what I mean? But it was a good movie, though. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The kids in it, like that "they're here" line is iconic. Yeah. It's like it's one of those lines that if you say it, everybody knows where it comes from.
Yeah.
One of those iconic lines, really.
It was a scary movie.
Yeah, the snow. Like falling asleep with the snow on the TV.
Yeah. Oh God. Because back in the 80s, that was classic. Because TV went off in the 80s. So the snow was a big deal. Like, I didn't like the snow on the TV, and I didn't like dolls and shit in my room because she was in a room by herself.
Did they pull it through the TV or some shit?
They came through the TV.
They came through the TV. Yeah, they came through the TV in this one. And that fucking clown looked mad creepy. But did you ever see Poltergeist? It don't seem like you did see it.
Yeah, I saw it so long ago. I don't remember. Oh, you know, one thing I remember about Poltergeist, I can't even talk, was the she wasn't a little person, but she was on the edge of the little person. Like
She was short as shit.
yeah, the lady with the glasses. I didn't know, was she like
yeah.
the exorcist? I mean, not the exorcist. I mean, was she like the person that like that's really the only thing I remember about, huh?
To get rid of the spirits.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember. That the little person, the medium person, I guess you can't call it.
Yeah,
little person.
She came there to kind of help with what was going on in the house and feel the spirits and whatnot. She was creepy too.
Yeah, I didn't really watch scary movies when I was super young, so yeah, I had to lie. This one kind of missed me, man.
Okay, hey man,
and I never went back. They said she was a medium. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Karen saw it. Says when I was little, I thought I heard voices in the snow of the TV screen too. See,
yeah,
I'm telling you, yo, the movie was, man, that movie was creepy, yo. The movie was mad creepy. Yeah, it really was. It really was.
Yeah, I got questions because I was trying to fuck with y'all TV, see that porn. We talked about that already. That's the only verses you heard.
Trying to go through and catch the.
I was fucking go ahead.
But since we're talking about horror movies, let's go to something else. Oh, go ahead, Phoenix. Go ahead.
Because there's one movie I'm gonna let you go before we get off movies. There's one
go ahead.
We gotta talk about because you know I never liked the Rocky franchise. I told you.
We know.
Yeah, I saw this one too. I was like, oh shit, this is.
I did love the Rambo franchise.
Yeah, I had to look it up. I was like, this came out 82.
Rambo is probably
First Blood,
one of my favorite action movies of all time. Sylvester Stallone didn't talk a lot in it. Brian Denny, he always plays an evil dude. That was the cop that stopped him at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And the more and more I watch it, I'm like, yo, if y'all would have let this dude just walk, he wouldn't have fucked up y'all whole town, yo.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, murdered a whole town over this joint.
Yeah, and like he destroyed a whole town because he wanted to go get something to eat. Brian Denny, he was like, "No, we don't like your kind here. I'll take you to the border." And then he didn't leave the border and came back. He got arrested, had a PTSD attack in the jail cell, and fucked up the whole National Guard,
fucked up sheriff, all the cops, everybody,
state police, all that stuff.
I just remember he was on the roof with that shit. Like he snapped the whole he snapped beyond snap.
Yeah. But he ended up finding an M16 in the back of the ship. Why are they bringing an M16 out there to catch one dude, yo? They brought a rocket launcher out there to catch one dude, yo. But he was fucking niggas up when he was sitting there and had all the booby traps. He had the shit hit people in the legs. He actually threw the rock at the helicopter and caused a dude to fall out the helicopter.
Yes, I remember that. Yes. Oh my God. That movie is good. The movie is good. I watched that movie again probably about 3 years ago, and it still holds up. It still holds up.
It comes on a lot, yo. It still comes on a lot.
Yeah. Shout out to Misty. She brought up another movie, The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. Have y'all watched that? I've watched it. That's a good movie, man. Really good movie. If you haven't watched The Thing, go check it out. Horror classic. It's really good.
That's just
really
good.
Yeah,
it scared the shit out of me too. I ain't gonna front.
I haven't seen it, but like I said, when I was young, I wouldn't watch this. I wasn't watching scary movies like that when I was young. So I missed a lot of scary ones.
It's pretty good. It's really good.
Even though for a time that makeup he put them in, it looked really real.
Yeah, the practical effects that they used were really good back then. It wasn't no CGI. They were using, practical effects, and it was really good in this movie. The animatronics and stuff, it was good. I'm not gonna lie. We're talking about The Thing. We talked about Poltergeist, so I'm going to transition into something else really horrific that happened since we were talking about horror. And actually, we'll go ahead and get to it, man. In 1982, this guy right here, Ozzy Osbourne, which everybody knows, he definitely had a huge year in 1992. And really, the reason why he had 1982, the reason why he had one of the biggest years in 1982 is one thing that he married his wife, which we all know is Sharon, in 1982. But more so, he's more famous because this is the year that he bit the head off the bat that someone threw at him in the middle of during a gig that he did. This is crazy, yo. I mean, we've all heard the story. I don't know, man. I mean, what do you guys thoughts about this? Ozzy Osbourne biting the head off a bat in 1982, man.
That's horrific, yo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
Ollie, go ahead. Ollie, no. Ollie said,
no, I mean, I think the story is he didn't know it was a real.
He didn't know it was.
He thought it was fake, so he just I was like, oh shit! Like, what you gonna do? Like, you done did it now. That head is off. You already got the rabies in your system, yo. Ain't nothing you can do but the roll.
It really kind of took him on a whole nother level, though. I think it almost made him kind of like, because that's what I knew about Ozzy Osbourne before I even started listening to his music. I just knew of this guy that bit the head off a bat because it was news back then, you know. Even to this day, when I grew up older, I even knew about that. So it's kind of crazy, man. 1982, what a crazy year. We're going to go into, and I don't have a slide.
Say this though, before we go on. But shout out to Black Sabbath, yo. We got one song on. There's another song coming soon.
Good one, yeah.
But Black Sabbath, yo, honestly, fire ass band, yo. Pleasantly surprised, fire ass band.
Yeah. Never gave them any listening till just recently, and I must say so, quite pleasantly surprised with them, man. Straight up, no doubt.
I agree.
We're going to transition into some of the music that came out in 1982, and one of the biggest things that came out in 1982, and I don't have a slide for this, but it is the Thriller album. I don't know what else to say. Thriller was this shit. It spawned like 6 number ones. If you guys haven't watched this show, I think it's on Netflix. I think don't quote me, but it's a documentary of the making of the Thriller album. Just recently came out on a streaming platform. You guys have got to check it out. It's really fantastic. It was Showtime. It's fantastic, man. It's fantastic. But this album came out in 1982, man. Really? I had the Thriller album. Well, actually, I didn't have. My parents had it. That big old album with Michael on it, kind of leaning sideways with the tiger in the white jacket. Look, man, I had it, yo. So that came out in 1982. What you guys thought about Thriller before we roll on?
So, Want to Be Starting Something, Baby Be Mine, The Girl Is Mine, Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, The Lady in My Life.
All number ones. I mean, every song in this album.
There's no skippable songs on this album. It's 9 songs. Every song up there is fire. The Thriller video, obviously, you know, we've talked about it in the past, how scared shitless we was to watch it.
Yeah, definitely the video was crazy, classic.
Definitely was scary.
But I think it was more palpable once we saw the making of Thriller, which
I agree with that.
Kind of made you realize, okay, these are not real monsters.
But even when I saw that, I was still scared. Even after I saw them, I was like, they fake, and I was still scared. Go ahead, I'm with you.
But I would say this though. Watching the Thriller, the making of the Thriller 40 album, whatever, when they talked about how they didn't want to do this video because it cost so much, and Michael Jackson had to call in. I forgot who he called. I think it might have been somebody from Jaws or something like that to do all the choreography, to do the whole storyline and all that stuff, prosthetics and all that stuff. And that was the first time I ever heard anybody saying no to Michael Jackson. But that was before. That was his, his first foray into being Off the Wall. Then he had Thriller. But it's not the Michael Jackson we knew, when we thought he was all powerful, he could do whatever he wanted to do. They were telling him no. So he had to go do it on his own and made it happen.
This was before videos were videos, so they didn't understand why they had to put money into a video. But Michael was trying to do something different, and they just didn't see the vision. But luckily he was able to get it done because it was a fucking hit, man. It was a fucking hit. Ollie, go ahead and talk about your thoughts.
Shout out to Karen, because she said she could still do some of the zombie dance, Corey.
This is the best part when they be doing that. That's the best choreography ever, man.
Yo, that whole zombie dance scene is fire. Definitely fire. And then, and they ended off with all the craziness. And when it came in, I'm still like, what I'm saying? They had the zombie pimp look.
Yeah, even dancing.
Was coming in the camera. I was like, oh, what's that? They was dancing there. So
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 when they
shout
was
out to
coming out
Mike,
the
yo.
graves and all that stuff.
Out the graves,
Oh.
like I don't know who did the voice, yo. I don't know who did the voice.
Vincent
Price.
Yeah,
Vincent
shout out.
Price,
Yeah, he got the fire ass, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he did.
Poem, or I don't even know what you call it. I mean, it rhymed, so it was a poem. But you know, for him talking, and I mean the whole concept of the whole video, like Mike going on a date, watch the video. You got scared. They go, all that shit happens. Whatever. And then at the end, like his eye, I was like, oh my! That's why I was like,
that
yo,
was
it's
a
real.
great concept. Yeah,
I was like, it's
because
real.
he scares the girl to death and she screams and then she wakes up and he's like, "What's going on?"
I know, yeah, you got that little high-ass voice.
So I'm like,
Yo.
oh shit, it was all just a dream. And then he walks around, he turns around. That I was done. I was scared shitless. I was like, oh snap, Michael is really the devil. You know, like
really
he's
devil,
a zombie monster or something.
But you know what the best part of the video?
Good.
The best part of the video, I think, doesn't get enough credit, or the song, is the beat to the song. And obviously, if you hear it, but when you go back and look at the choreography and there's no words, it's just beat and them dancing. Like that beat is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's a timeless, and we say, I think collectively all three of us believe that's the best Michael Jackson video ever made.
So. I would agree.
Some
with
people, they say Smooth Criminal might be the best video ever made. Remember the Time might be the best video ever made. I'm sticking by Thriller.
Thriller is the best video, hands down, because it was a video within a video, because he was watching a movie. So you thought it was him coming out of the movie theater, or actually watching a video called Thriller. But it was about us watching the video of Thriller. It was a crazy concept, but it was a fantastic concept. And shout out to the director. When Michael starts turning into the wolf, that was pretty creepy. It was a hell of a good video, man, straight up. And another video that really did well in 1982, and we're going to go through these really quickly. This was another video that did well in 1982. Whoops, hold on. Here we go. Marvin Gaye. The Marvin Gaye song came out in 1982. It was a really good video. Sexual Healing is the name of the song, and this song was #1 on the Billboard R&B charts for 6 weeks. It did get on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, but it did not hit #1. So that was a really strong video. Also, another really strong video. And the reason why this video is so strong, man, this video is The Message from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. The reason why this video was so strong, because this was a video that was kind of taking hip hop into another way of people seeing it. It wasn't all the glamour and funk and all kind of pyro.
It was a happy hip hop.
It wasn't happy hip hop. It was strictly called The Message, because it was showing it was showing it right from what hip hop is. It was right there in Brooklyn. It was showing the struggles, poverty, drugs, but it was all about the message. So this video from Grandmaster Flash actually made that cut too. What do you guys thought about these two videos, man? Sexual Healing and Grandmaster Flash.
I don't know if that was in Brooklyn. I think it was in the Bronx.
I'm sorry, not Brooklyn. Yeah, good point.
But go ahead. Yeah, y'all good. I mean,
what are your thoughts on these videos? Ollie, I'll go to you.
Well, I mean, I'm no talk about the message because I'm a hip hop head. Because broken glass everywhere. People just don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. It was definitely a different time, where they were almost like, where they dressed and stuff like rock stars.
Yeah.
But as you said, this is probably one of the first songs, because before that you had like Sugar Hill, hip hop and all that.
Yeah, right.
You had my girl doing like the stars, and man, the alien came from Mars and ate the cars and all that type of shit.
Debbie Harry, Blondie.
And shout out to her. I love that song, so it's not, don't take that as a diss. I like that song.
Right.
But this is like when it, like, I was like, oh, this is some real shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
the message is always gonna have a place in my heart, even though like I said, I heard it later on in life, but I could just, when you start going back in music and you hear pre-hip hop before this, and then like after, it was definitely a turning point. So shout out to them.
Yeah, good point. Your thoughts?
This is probably one of the first songs I learned word for word growing up. Even the message, we already know the message. You know, it talks about how daily life was. You know, man, being poor, trying to figure out how you gonna get your next meal, drugs everywhere, broken glass everywhere, people pissing on the stage, just don't care. Even getting in trouble, going to jail, and killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff was in this song. But this beat was super fire, yo. Yeah. This beat is one of the most iconic beats in hip hop. You know what I mean? And it just shows like it was just poetry for the poor, yo. That's what it was. You know what I mean? Hip hop was
poetry for the poor.
Forced out of like, you know, poverty and being destitute and all that stuff. Yeah. And then, you know, I love the way hip hop has transcended from a niche music to the biggest genre in the world. You know what I mean? So that's like 40 years ago.
Yeah. It was 40 years ago.
That don't from this song to now.
Because I'm close to the edge. I'm trying
not to lose my head.
Sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Yeah.
And you know what? This message can resonate with every race, every class, everything. Everybody goes through the struggle, yo.
And you know, when I was younger, it wasn't until I got older, I never understood when he said it's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. You know, I didn't understand until I got older, but they called New York the concrete jungle. So I understood it more when he was, you know, but I thought of it like a jungle, you know, but, you know, it's a concept that can be used across the board. Like he's talking about his concrete jungle, but it'd be any jungle of where you are. It doesn't matter what your jungle is. It's your jungle and how hard it is to navigate through that. You just wonder how you survive from day to day, but you're still surviving. So it's a very passionate song. Poetry for the poor, man. Phoenix, you said it best, man. And you made a really good point, Ali. This song kind of turned the corner what hip hop was prior to that. It really changed the way hip hop was looked at prior to that.
Y'all think this is probably one of the first storytelling hip hop songs that you can remember?
I would think so. At least storytelling in a way to
I wouldn't call it story.
Describe.
Yeah. I mean, it's more the most
or something.
Like realistic, like, you know, I mean, just describing what's going on.
Yeah, because prior to that, don't nobody describing nothing.
Yeah.
There was Dr. Hat, Mother Goose rhymes, you know, Dr. Seuss, Mother Goose rhymes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But other songs that came out in 1982, and we'll get to those as well. Let's go ahead and bring those up, man. Oh, man, here we go. So the number one song that came out in 1982, Let's Get Physical by Olivia Newton-John.
Physical.
Yes.
Physical.
This song was number one on Billboard in 1982. Then we have I the Tiger by Survivor was number two.
Oh, Phoenix hates that one. Phoenix hates that one.
I like the song, don't like the movie, yo. No, we reviewed this song.
Yo, that's what makes that movie so good.
Yeah, that movie, they picked a fire song.
Yeah, they did.
But remember what I said.
1999 came out.
Prince,
go ahead, Venus.
No, I was saying Survivor was supposed to be in the Karate Kid, yo. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I'm glad it made it to Rocky.
Yeah, me too.
Because it would have not worked in the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
1999 from Prince, as you guys can see, that came out in 1982. Yeah. Man. I Can't Go For That by Hall & Oates. Fantastic song.
No.
Yeah, that song was number one on Billboard and R&B charts. And I Love Rock and Roll by Joan Jett.
I love
rock and roll. I mean, look, these are fantastic songs, man. You guys got any thoughts? These songs bring you back memories? I mean, I think all of these songs are favorites on my list, man. For real, I can pick any of these songs. I didn't know Joan Jett until just recently, but these other four, man, I bumped them all day. What about y'all?
I mean, we did review a lot of those songs on the channel, Corey, but I know you don't remember. You never remember.
No, I Joan Jett. I didn't know Joan Jett until just recently.
We did too. Can't Go For That.
We did Bad Reputation.
We did I Can't Go For That.
Yeah,
we have done 1999.
Yeah, shout out to Joan Jett. She's fucking fire, yo. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she was fucking killing it. Yeah.
And we did the whole Can't Go For That. Actually, I did Physical. This was early in the channel. Probably ain't nobody watched it. It's probably like 200 views on that joint. So y'all want to go check out tell us we should do Let's Get Physical again because this is a funny ass video. Honestly, the video is straight comedy.
I haven't seen the video in a long ass time.
So the video is comedy. It's a lot of
the video is comedy. It's a lot of men in the video in leotards, and it's real tight. Right. But Corey, that was the thing, though. It's women in it too, but
shout out to Corey. But no, what I was gonna say, there's a lot of sexual innuendos.
Oh my god, yes.
Like motherfuckers, like hers, like porn shit, like you know what I mean? It's just like it's like crazy. It's definitely about
water on them.
Yeah, it's definitely about let's get physical. Like you know what I mean? Let's get a little physical. Yeah. You know what I mean? But no,
I think it got as sexy as it could get for 1982.
Yeah, but we definitely got to hit that Prince though. We gotta get that Prince.
Yeah. But you know one thing, this song was real sexy. But I will admit, man, there was a show that had this one particular real sexy lady that we probably all know about. I love the show. I'm going to go ahead and pull this show up, man. Let's get this show up here. This show was a huge hit in 1982, man. The Dukes of Hazzard. The Dukes of Hazzard, man. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a description. As you can see, we got Bo and Luke Duke and Daisy Duke at the top. This year in 1982 was the height of the show, starring Tom Wopat and John Snyder as Bo and Luke Duke. So John Snyder was Bo and Tom Wopat was Luke. The theme song was fire. I love the theme song. Just some good old boys. I love that, man. Never meaning no harm. And the car, the General Lee, honestly, I felt the General Lee was just as much of a character as the show. I mean, honestly. So this was probably my favorite part of the show, when every time the General Lee would have to do something and it was always jumping, canyons, rivers, cars, didn't matter what it was. I thought it was just fantastic, man. But before we go down that rabbit hole, I'm going to want to know, what are you guys' thoughts about the Dukes of Hazzard? And be real. Did you love this show? Did you like it? Did you fall in the middle? I loved the Dukes of Hazzard growing up, man. What about you, Phenom?
I did. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. Like it? Yeah, I mean, you know what? Because I had a little matchbox car, the General Lee matchbox.
General Lee.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's funny though, man, because I'm trying to stay in the moment how I felt in '82 watching this shit versus me being like in my 40s thinking back about this shit.
Don't even worry about that Confederate flag at the top of the car.
No, I'm not talking about the Confederate flag. Yeah, I'm not saying that.
And honestly, we grew up in the South down here, so you already knew what it was. I mean, not.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not talking about that.
But go ahead.
I'm talking about how they was just getting away with everything, yo. It was a small ass town. They was jumping. It was that part of it. Like when you watching it, you're just watching the action, the car jumping over the shit. When you go back and look at it now, I went back and watched like a couple episodes to see was it good. It really wasn't that good.
When your main cop is Roscoe Pico
Train,
look, you can get away with a lot. Like if that's your
no, but I'm saying it's the recency factor. That's what I'm trying to make. I'm trying to keep my mind when I was thinking about '82. Like I thought that shit was great. I never missed an episode. Then I was like, oh shit, let me go back and watch it. Then I went back and watched it. I'm like, oh man, this shit is disappointing. It ain't that good, yo.
Wait, let y'all Phenom, because I know Corey. I love this shit.
Yeah, man.
Roscoe Train.
Roscoe Train, yes.
You know, Bo and Duke. Of course, we all love Daisy.
Yeah.
You had your boy in there, Boss Hog with the cigar.
With the cigar he was always eating every time you saw him on camera.
Was it Uncle Jethro? See, I didn't even look this shit up because I'm trying to think. What's the uncle's name? I can't remember
his name, who the uncle was. The big,
was it Jethro?
Who was the mechanic that they all used to go to fix all the cars all the time? I can't remember his name either.
But yo, man, Dukes of Hazzard is my shit. They was like superheroes before superheroes for me. I mean,
yes,
of course, yeah. I mean, boom. Was it? They'll slide across the motherfucking dog. How many times
the car and slide?
Have you tried? Be honest. Everybody's tried to slide across the motherfucking hood of a car. Like,
who didn't?
Like, yo, slide across. They had doors. You just jump in that bitch.
You would just jump through the window. Jump through the window. Man.
I love it. I ain't gonna lie, yo.
This car was bulletproof.
All, yo. Dukes of Hazzard is my shit. fuck it.
Deuce has my shit.
And
As
you
soon
don't
as they
take it
got in
from
that
him.
car, they were fucking superheroes, man.
Yes.
They couldn't. Man, they used to
And
throw
like-
the bow and arrows and blow shit up,
Yeah,
and then they'll get in the car
and
turn
do a jump.
superheroes.
Like you said, you're like they
Yes.
always just did a jump for no reason. Like
Yes.
it could be like, yo, we gotta say this is cute. Jump.
Yo,
Yo, we gotta catch the people that's robbing this. Jump. We gotta catch whatever. It was gonna be a jump. It don't matter
gonna be-
what was going on, yo. It's gonna be, yo, I gotta go to the grocery store and get bread for mama. Jump. Like I gotta get to the post office, mail this letter. Jump. Like I fuck with the size hard, yo.
man, I did too, man. It didn't matter where they was going.
Oh,
They was going to jump to
they
get
was
there.
gonna, yeah, there definitely was a jump. EXO
And I
got it.
loved it.
There you go.
Cooter. That was his name. Cooter. The mechanic.
He said he could fix an atomic bomb. He probably could, yo. That
He
motherfucker-
probably could, yo. He was better than MacGyver. That guy could put some shit together, man, with some nothing. They could go to
Yes.
Cooter for anything, and he could fix anything. And he would always have it fixed before the end of the show.
Yeah. Shout out to Cooter, yo.
Yeah, man. And did Daisy ever get tips? I don't even know if Daisy ever got tips, yo. I mean, because she was working in there as the waitress, but I don't even know if she even got
Yeah, she
tips.
always caused bar fights, yo.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted
Yeah,
to
she
holler
did,
at her, yo.
Yeah, and she started. It's funny, yo. That's how
So
you know
let's-
this show is iconic because it started the whole. Before we go,
It started the
whole-
trend.
It started the whole fashion
Yeah.
Daisy Dukes. Like that's what.
Yeah.
Like them little girls up Daisy Dukes song. Oh, still look them girls up Daisy
That's
Dukes.
true.
She had a whole shorts like fashion style named after her.
But that was us though
Yeah.
taking that because it's like, you know, with us, we call it what it was. Like
Yeah.
they were supposed to
She
be
had a
hot
whole
pants.
look at the shorts. I mean, those are really they're up there.
Yeah,
But you know,
Daisy,
somebody be
Daisy
like,
Dukes.
no, she got them Daisy Dukes, yo. Everybody know what
that's
they're talking
I'm
about.
saying.
Like,
Yeah,
short-
that's what I'm saying. Daisy Dukes was the shit, yo.
So look, quick question, and this came up in the chat. Jabbar wants to know Knight Rider with
Let's
David
get off this
Hasselhoff.
shit.
So let me ask you, who would you take? The General Lee or Knight Rider? If you
KITT.
had to choose which car,
KITT.
you take KITT?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
ain't gonna lie.
KITT.
This is
man,
this is
yo,
a
that'd
bad
be a
question.
tough one for me.
A tough one. You got a
They
motherfucker
talk
car that can
about-
I would
talk
take
to
Knight
you.
Rider though, because it
You
got
got
more
a car that
gadgets.
can talk to you, brother. Like,
That's true. That's true. You got a car. Yeah. I was just such a fan of General Lee. I mean, because it had the horn, you know, that every time they jumped, that horn would just go off. And that General Lee never missed a beat. It was bulletproof, yo. That joint was the best, man. It was absolutely the best. But you know, while we're doing this, I want to give a shout out to Karen. Karen, give you a shout out. Thank you so much for that donation, man. Like straight up,
yes, ma'am.
we
I
salute
appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
she
so
said
much, man.
a week supporting. Definitely one of the
Yeah, she's
OGs,
here
and she
every
always
week.
got some good comments. Like good.
Mhm.
That's why I like her, is because she always adds to the chat.
Yeah.
Anybody that adds to the chat, I appreciate. You know what I mean? So she has always added to the chat. Good comments, good, suggestions, good. Like we talk about something, she got a good point on all of it. So you're
All
definitely
the
shout out
time.
to Karen. Yeah, all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, all the time, man. Thank you, Karen. You said we deserve it. We really appreciate that. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
appreciate
And we do this. I mean, it's fun for us, but we love being able to find a way to kind of reach out and touch you guys, even though they're virtual hugs and handshakes and daps. This is fun for us to come in here and do this and talk to you guys all the time, man. So we really, really, really do appreciate that. And you guys, y'all are like funny, hilarious. Y'all like
Funny
the
as
best
hell,
for
yo.
real.
Yeah.
Y'all like the
That'd be
best.
some funny. It'd be some funny. It'd be funny.
Yeah,
we
I'm
got
sitting
some
there
people-
looking at the chat on the side, like
we
when I
got-
be talking, I be looking at people talking to each other, yo. It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah, they
real
be funny,
community. I
yo.
love it, yo.
We got some people. We got Brandon Jones said, General, you got somebody with you, man?
Okay.
Boy.
Okay, there we go, General.
Angel said, Kid.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? And then
It's going to be a toss-up,
but
man.
nah, Chicago Cubs, like I
That's
fucks
a
with
good
him. So what he said goes, Kit was an Alexa back in the day. Yeah,
That's true. That's
the
true.
original Alexa.
The original Alexa, yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I had some toys back in the day, and I remember I was so excited. I actually got the Bo and Luke Duke General Lee car and 2 little 3x5 Bo and Luke action figures that I could actually physically put into the car. It was one of the best gifts I had. I was a kid and I was throwing that car off the bed. I loved it so much, man. I loved it so much. And this is a great year. 1982, Dukes of Hazzard. I loved it. But we'll go into some toys that it came out in 1982, man. So these are just a small window of toys that came out in 1982, man. And look, there are probably tons of them. But let's go down the line, man. The far top left, we got the 3D Viewmaster. I definitely had that. Yeah, the glowworm was a big hit in 1982. The game Operation was out in 1982 with Soul Real. That was from Milton Bradley at the time. That's what it was called, but now it's called Hasbro. Yeah, See and Say. I think everybody had that.
Definitely everybody had See and Say.
yeah, definitely that. The Dungeons and Dragons game came out in 1982. So the D&D actually started in 1982. So all my Dungeons and Dragon fans out here, the fantasy role-playing game came out in 1982, and Trivial Pursuit came out in 1982, man. This is just a small fraction of the games that came out in 1982, man. So let's go down memory lane here. Did any of y'all have the 3D viewfinder growing up?
Oh yeah, definitely. You hit that.
Penis.
Tapping that.
That was the highlight of my because you go to the toy store or whatever, you got to get the new ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like
they had the cards or the little few slots.
Had the joints. Yeah, definitely.
It was amazing. Do y'all remember which ones that y'all had? My mom had. Well, I know it was my mom, but Santa had got for me. It was He-Man. So she had given us I had He-Man that I was looking at through the viewfinder. That was so cool, man. I remember that. So do y'all remember any of the ones that y'all looked at through the viewfinder?
I had like the animal ones always, like from the zoo and stuff like that. I had a Thriller one.
You had Michael Jackson?
Yeah, the Thriller
shit.
Viewfinder.
Yeah, really? Okay. Now, I don't remember that one either. I did not have a glowworm though. I didn't have that because
I had a glowworm. Damn, I had a glowworm.
You had a glowworm.
I remember him though. I definitely remember him though.
I didn't get one. I wanted one, because you could squeeze it and the face would light up. I thought that was pretty cool. My cousin had Operation, so I really enjoyed that game going over to my cousin's house.
What's crazy is we have Operations in my house right now.
Really?
And we play. Me and my kids, we play. We literally, and it's the same. Like it's the same shit. Like they ain't have to change.
They haven't changed it. Yeah,
nothing. Like it's all the same bones.
Yep.
It's all the same everything, yo.
Yeah.
They have made a killing.
Some things are just you don't have to change.
For 40 years, they made a killing off of this show, and it's all the same. We have Operation in our house, and we play it. Bought it like last year, yo. And they love it. Like, they love it. You know what I mean? It's like
look, there are some games you don't have to change. Like Hungry Hippos, you don't got to change it. It's the same.
Yeah.
Like you just don't. Nymphopho says Operation is why I had a short temper when I was younger. Yeah.
Yo, for real.
It was hard to keep the hand steady without hitting the sides.
Yeah, some of the bones just going to the side. You're like, oh man, this is some bullshit.
Yeah. Then you got the rubber band that you had to take all the rubber band off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So shout out to Operations. I had to see. Oh my bad.
Go ahead. The See and Say. Yeah, we go to the See and Say, and the cow goes. Yeah.
Put that shit. That shit just spin around. And the cow goes.
The See and Say was classic.
I didn't know. Was that supposed to be a learning tool? Because I was like, who the fuck is
it? Was
it teaches you the animal sounds, y'all.
Yeah,
I can guarantee this. Brandon need to go back to get that See and Say because a cow don't go by, yo.
No, that's was cool. And I read it off too. That's why me and Brandon say A together, so we good. Functions of brains.
Yeah, man.
I just
Oh man,
Oh man, I know that's the sheep right there, man. That's not the cow.
Yo, it's funny, yo, because y'all should fry me for that. Thank you for giving me grace.
Yeah,
I read
man.
it off proudly. Oh, my bad. Oh, go, Corey, put it back. I was trying to.
Yeah, Misty says Cabbage Patch Dolls. Yeah,
my sister had
do
a whole
think,
ton of them joints, yo.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if they reached their height in 1982, but they definitely were out in 1982. But
I
yeah,
think they came out in
Cabbage Patch
1982.
Dolls were huge for quite a few years. I mean, like they were selling out for like 2, 3, 4 years straight. Like you couldn't find one. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
They came out in 82.
Oh damn! Yeah, they were definitely big then. I didn't realize that.
My sister had a
Did
couple of them.
did any of y'all play Dungeons and Dragons?
Nah.
I did not play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, that's why I can't really talk about it because I never played.
No, I did not play Dungeons and Dragons. But actually, because this came out in 1982, I was still a little too young. I didn't get into Dungeons and Dragons as far as anything until the cartoon.
Yeah.
When I saw that fucking cartoon, that's when I was like, "Oh, now that's the shit." That damn cartoon. Now I'm sure you do. Y'all remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon?
Oh yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They got one of the best video games ever, yo. When it was like the cartoon, like the live action cartoon, Joe.
Yes.
I didn't know. Sometimes I'd be like, yo, is this shit even reading what I'm doing? Because I could fuck up.
It was so hard to play that game.
But it was like the live action cartoon.
Yes,
game.
it was like a cartoon live action. Yeah, you was Dirk the Daring or something.
Yeah,
and
whatever. That shit's crazy,
God.
yo.
I just used to watch the video game in the arcade just so I could see the intro.
Yeah,
the intro was so cool.
I said one of the greatest games ever. Honestly, the game was trash, but the intro, and then when you watching other people play,
and the graphics were amazing
because it was like a cartoon at that time.
It was like a cartoon video game. Yeah,
that shit like definitely blew my mind.
Yeah, game was garbage, but the look of the game was fucking fantastic, yo.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the Dungeons and Dragons video game? Put that in the comments. I mean, I don't know if we were the only ones that do. Chicago Cubs does remember the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. I thought that was so dope. That cartoon was the cartoon was fantastic, and they never got out of the realm, except I think like the very last episode.
Then Trivial Pursuit. I do want to say this though.
Yeah,
my family. I had an aunt, and Tom. Y'all know Aunt. His mom. She had all the board games. She always had all the high class board games. Like her Scrabble board was like a motherfucking gold plated shit.
Yep.
That Trivial Pursuit box, if you like, they had different like boxes. Like you get a Trivial Pursuit box, so you would have thought it was some Tiffany's like or the Queen Elizabeth necklace coming out that box. So you bring that box up, it was like blue and leather with gold letters and shit. Yeah. You was like,
oh my God.
You open up and it was like, oh, like, you know what I mean?
It was like the suitcase that would glow in Pulp Fiction.
Yes, exactly. It was the Pulp Fiction. It was probably a Trivial Pursuit and that shit, yo. Like literally, yo. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
me and my sister played Trivial Pursuit.
Like, that's the boxes used to be like crazy.
Yeah, because you had like the regular Trivial Pursuit look like you can just go into a toy store and get it.
Yeah,
but if you was a real player, like a Scrabble player or a Trivial Pursuit player,
that
shit was like basically like buy the Trivial Pursuit joint was like $20, but if you buy this version, it's like $100. Like, cards are pristine, the board, the colors, all that stuff.
Everything was just pristine. Yo, I was just like, oh.
Man, me and my sister played a lot of Trivial Pursuit growing up, and that's why I'm into like real like I love Jeopardy. I love like those type of quiz shows because we played Trivial Pursuit. That's why I knew I have like infinite trivial knowledge in my head because of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good game. It's a fun game, and trust me, it was hard finding people to play with growing up because nobody played this shit. Like me and my sister played it all the time, but none of my friends even wanted to play. Like, oh,
the only time I played it was with family events, so so that's
but it's fun though.
I never played Trivial Pursuit. I didn't get it, but I knew of it, and everybody was into it. I just didn't get it. I probably would have been if it was.
Yeah, Nim Fufu said it was always a Thanksgiving tradition between the men and women. Yeah, that's what you always used to break it up, whatever, some groups, and just go hard, yo.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but also they had these little circle things that get the different pies in there. And you put the pie in there wrong, that shit gets stuck in there, yo. That was like all the bane of my existence, yo. But yeah, but like somebody said, I can't remember the comment, but they said they sucked at science because they had like history, science, sports.
Yeah, they had the different categories. Yeah.
Wow.
I know somebody put up there too. I missed it real quick. This a Trivial Pursuit was like the original Jeopardy, and that's kind of was, yo. Like,
it really was. It was Jeopardy before Jeopardy. Yeah, because it was thousands of questions in there. Daniel says no Dungeons and Dragons for me too. Just too much organization required. Yeah, I can understand that because you need the dungeon master in order to
know the rules.
Make everybody else play. Yeah, that is a lot. It's a lot.
And the dungeon master, they can do whatever they want to do, yo. Because they the fucking master, yo. If they don't like you, they can do some shit, yo.
Yeah.
It's arbitrary, yo.
I guess Ali went into another realm or something.
Well, I will say this though.
I did see a comment. Let me see. I just saw one, but somebody said something about Voltron. I couldn't remember if that came out in 1982, but if it did, man, I loved Voltron. That was I don't. It might have came out in 1982, but if it
85.
did,
84,
it came out in 1985. Okay, well, we'll get to Voltron in 1985 when that does come around. But I definitely had Voltron.
So we talked about, I think in 1981 or 1980, we talked about Pac-Man.
Yeah.
But Miss Pac-Man came out in 82, which took the world by storm. Everybody's playing Pac-Man, but when Miss Pac-Man came out,
oh yeah,
because that was the first Pac-Man that had different boards and the fruit looked better, the game was faster.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This was like a Pac-Man on steroids.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It really was.
Yeah,
because in this situation, I loved this game. Now I played Pac-Man anyway, but this game, you could definitely tell they went up. They went up with the graphics.
Yeah,
I mean, it looked better. It sounded better. Even the way you could move her was better. And they had scenes in between stages, which was really cool. They had never did that before, where they had scenes in between like 2 or 3 stages before you go to the next stage. That was a whole new concept. And this game took off in 1982, man. So it was a nice compliment to Pac-Man. But the thing is that Pac-Man was everywhere. It was on lunchboxes. That shit was everywhere, man. I am not even front.
Well, let me just run down a couple video games before we move on and tell me if you had them, played them, or familiar with it. So yeah, Dig Dug came out in 82. Donkey Kong Jr. came out in 82.
Fire.
Okay.
Pole Position came out in 82.
Oh, definitely fire. That was
Pole Position? Oh, I definitely love that. Yes.
You ever played Bump and Jump?
Mm-hmm.
No, don't know what that is.
Bump and Jump came out. Pitfall came out in 82. Pitfall.
We already know that's fire.
That was Ollie's joint.
I got PTSD off that shit, yo. Burger Time. Burger Time.
Oh yeah. Make the burger.
I remember Burger Time.
You had to stack them joints. Yeah.
Yes.
Love Burger Time, yo.
Oh wow.
A lot of good games come out of 82, man. Those are the biggest ones. You can
definitely tell they're stepping it up. The arcade or the video game world is stepping it up. Those are some great arcade games. I remember Burger Time because you would have to run across and make all the parts of the burger fall, and you were being chased by like ketchup and mustard or something.
You had the chef hat shit on.
Yeah, you was playing the chef. It had to. Wow.
And 2600 came out. Atari 2600 came out that year.
But you know the funny thing, there's something we'll probably talk about in 1983. The Atari 2600 was hot for 2 years. 1980, 1981, and 1982 was this downfall, and it collapsed in 1983. So 1983 is the last year of Atari. But primarily the reason why is because it gave us the worst video game of all time, E.T.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that in 1983, that the collapse of Atari. But yeah, the video games.
And I'm going to give a shout out to Angel because she named one of my favorite games ever on Atari. Joust. When he was like on the birds.
Oh,
like
I love
Joust. Joust was like, yo.
He was around like an ostrich or some shit.
Whatever the fuck them shits was. Joust was a motherfucking fire, yo.
Love Joust, yo. My gosh, yo. Yes. That's a good pull. That's a good pull.
You know, I was in the country, so I played Dig Dug mostly because that was what that was at the Pizza Hut. It was
Dig Dug.
it,
Dig Dug was
yeah, that
good,
was
though.
it was Dig Dug and Pole Position were the two ones that were at the local areas that I did. So that's were the ones that I played mostly. And Pac-Man, when I went out of the area, it was at a Pizza Hut that was in the area. So I loved it, man. Dig Dug was my favorite though, even though I was sucked at it. I was not good because my mama only gave me 1/4. So once that was done, that was it. That was a wrap. But that was when you could play video games for a couple of quarters, man. You could go on for days, man. You can go on for days. All right, man. So moving on. Let's see what else came out in 1982. So a very popular band came out in 1982. The Go-Go's. So the Go-Go's, I'm not even going to lie, man. They are considered one of the most successful female rock bands of all time. And they were huge in 1982. The band formed actually in 1978. But they reached their height in 1982 with the debut album called Beauty and the Beat. They gave us hits like Our Lips Are Sealed, Our Lips Are Sealed, that song, and We Got the Beat, which is just to name a few. But man, I didn't know much about the Go-Go's. Just, getting into this, I started reading more about them. Man, they were crushing it. They were crushing it, yo. And they even got nominated for a Grammy as Best New Artist that year in 1982. So,
yeah, they have a good documentary. It's on one of those streaming services. But it's funny, though, because they got so big so fast that, it's rock and roll, sex, drugs, drinking. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was the first female band that was all female members that I remember growing up.
Yeah, and I read that they wrote and actually played their instruments, like for real, for real. It wasn't no bullshit. Like they really did. Yeah. Ollie, man, do you know anything about the Go-Go's, any of these songs, anything like that?
Not too much, man. But I mean, what I've heard from them, I should say, it's been good. So yeah, it's always good to see the ladies step out and do their thing. I always like a lady drummer, yo. A lady drummer for some reason just touches my heart because they be back there. Because any drummer, like be crazy. Honestly, you have to be crazy to sit in that fucking booth or whatever and just hit that shit. Yeah, it's just gotta be loud in your head, in your ears. I don't care if you got the earphones on or whatever the earmuffs. Like just to do that, you got to be crazy anyway. But to do it on beat and to do it like be fly with it on beat and stuff, like I respect all drummers, but for some reason, always a lady drummer motherfucking touches my heart. I can't. But yeah, so shout out to Go-Go's, yo. The ladies held it down for sure.
Yeah,
man.
And the lead singer, they reference Belinda Carlisle. She was the lead singer of the Go-Go's, yo. And she was one of the it girls. You know what I'm saying?
Which one is she in this? I don't even know. Is she in the far right?
In the middle.
The one in the middle? Okay.
Belinda Carlisle. But yeah, she was one of the hot girls of 1982, man.
Well, you know what? Let's go into the hot girls. The babes of 1982, man. Let's go into that, man. The babes of 1982. Kim Wilde. Don't know who she is, but that's she's voted one of the babes. Ray Dong Chong. I do remember her. Christy Alley.
Shout out to Cheech and Chong, yo. You know that's his daughter, right?
Tommy Chong, yeah.
That's Tommy Chong's daughter from Cheech and Chong. That's his daughter.
You shitting me?
Nope.
Yeah, that's like super common knowledge,
yo. I didn't know that, man. I didn't know that. And Kirstie Alley, did not know she was on, like Star Trek back in the day.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's what I know her from. Cheers. And Tootsie, man, got to give it out. I mean, look, Tootsie made the list, man. One of the babes of 1992. Fantastic movie. I will say so myself.
I never seen.
Yeah, I
was like, he good.
Look, man. I mean, look. You got to give it up. Was it Dustin Hoffman?
I don't know who the fuck that is. But
you don't know who Tootsie is.
I never seen the movie.
I've seen the movie.
Honestly, I never heard of it. When I saw the show notes and I was looking up some pictures, I was like, yo, I was like, yo, he must have been 2D from Packs of Life.
Oh my
ass. And I was about to put it on, and I was like, you know what?
Are you serious? Oh no.
It's like,
what?
In my the joint because I thought it was.
You don't know Tootsie. This movie right here.
I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh!
No, I thought it was a mistake. I thought you meant Tootie from the Facts of Life. I was confused as a motherfucker. But shout out to Tootsie, yo. She's doing her thing. She was
it's a great movie.
It was basically a movie about Mel Showman and stuff. Basically,
he's
everybody trying to hit on Tootsie, yo.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman is an actor. He's a struggling actor, and he's not getting gigs. And he eventually finds out that they need a particular role on a soap opera. So he decides that I can't get it. He's going to dress up like a girl to try to get the part. And it's a fantastic movie. It's funny as shit, man. And Chevy Chase is in the movie too.
Yeah,
Chevy Chase is his roommate is in the movie, but it's a great movie. It's a great movie. So I'm tripping that you didn't even know about Tootsie. So yeah. Oh man,
so that movie will be banned in Florida. That is super fact.
Yeah, probably would be. Yeah, probably would be banned in Florida, man. No lie. So,
but it's funny though. You pulled up Ray Don Chong, yo.
Yeah.
Ray Don Chong. That was my girlfriend in the hit of my head, yo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
She was.
Even though she did Soul Man, that was
that was an awful movie.
But she did Soul Man, but she also did Commando, yo. So
yeah, Commando was. She definitely was.
Okay, she get a pass. She did
rocked it out in Commando.
Yeah,
and it was. So shout out to her. Held it down.
And you know what? Honestly, I had no idea that she was Chong's daughter.
Tommy Chong.
I just had no idea. No idea.
Who was the first lady?
Kim Wilde.
Kim Wilde.
Yeah,
she's a singer. She had a hot single that year, but she's as far as I know, she's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
Nah, never.
I was singing the song. Yeah, it's a good song. I remember that song. But also somebody put in there Heather Locklear. She was on TJ Hooker, yo. She was the blonde girl cop on TJ Hooker.
Yeah, well,
I know her.
Well, you know what? Hold on to that thought.
Yeah, she's on another thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on to that thought because we got the hunks. I mean, so we got the babes and we got the hunks. So I'm doing something different. We're gonna do the Mr. and Mrs. of 1982. Okay. But let's get to the hunks so that we can figure out. So these are the guys of 1982. So here we go. We got get my notes of John Stamos. So we got John Stamos here. We got David Lee Roth. Bruce Springsteen made the list.
He looked young as hell.
He do, lady, that 1982. Yo, he looked mad young.
It's funny. It's funny because normally I'd be like, yo, your shirt's too tight, but his shirt's a little too loose, yo. You don't rock the shirt, yo. You can't. Your shirt can't be loose in the arms, yo. Go ahead and tighten that up, brother.
That's a bad picture of Bruce, yo. We get that picture from Corey.
Yeah,
it's a picture of him in 1982. That's the. It's not Bruce Springsteen in 1988. It's a 1982 picture of Bruce Springsteen. And last but not least, Magic Johnson. And actually in 1982, the Lakers won championship in 1982.
Worldwide Magic. Ain't no telling what Magic was doing in 82. Lord have mercy. Worldwide
ain't
Magic.
No telling. I know, yo. There you go, man.
What was John Stamos said in 1982?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't know it was a thing. Go ahead.
Well, because he was a predominant sports figure and he won the NBA.
No, we're talking about John Stamos, bro.
Oh, Jonathan Stamos. Oh,
what was he doing in 82? Like, I don't even know him from that early on. Like, I don't know what he was doing back then.
I don't know. He was on some movie or a sitcom or something at that time. I forgot. I didn't do enough digging.
But he was on General Hospital.
General Hospital. Okay. Zozo Bob says David Lee Roth looked like he's been run over by a truck lately. He does.
Yeah, he looks bad nowadays, yo.
I mean, look at him, yo. He kind of looked like he's had a hard night.
Is that a scarf? I don't even know what is that he got.
Yeah. This is the glam rock era. So this is.
I'm just wondering what is that? What is the purpose?
I mean, dude, that's. I don't know. I mean, you got a good point there. Like, what's the purpose? I mean, but look, that was glam rock, yo. They would wear scarves and loose stuff, and I mean, they just would do that, man.
Yeah.
So now that we went to we did the hunks and we did the babes of 1982. Now we'll go to the Mr. and Mrs. of 1982. And here we go, man. Here we go. My man, Eddie Murphy, Mr. and Mrs. 1980, Mr. and Ms. of 1982. We got Eddie Murphy and Heather Locklear. So you said Heather Locklear earlier. She made this. So this is our Mr. and Ms. of 1982. Look, Eddie, we're on fire. 48 Hours, Saturday Night Live, and look, Heather Locklear. It's Heather Locklear. So I mean,
she was bad.
I was her in 82. That's a nice picture of her.
That's her in 82.
Yeah, I can't front. That's a nice picture.
Yeah, that's her in 82. I had to
go
dig
show
it,
those
man.
Quick fucking clickbait, Corey. Because when you put it, I thought the way you put it on, I thought they was dating or some shit. You like we said couples of 82. You make it seem like now it's like prom king and queen.
Yeah, it's like prom king and queen. Yeah, like the king and queen of 1982. I just do the Mr. and the Ms. You know, so
I tried to Google. I'm like, this motherfuckers mess with each other, yo. Ain't nothing come up, yo. So I thought you was lying.
Nah, they didn't. You know, maybe I'll do that the next time. Maybe I'll just do king and queen of 1982. Maybe that'll be yeah. Maybe I'll do that. But you know, the Mr. and Ms. of 1982. There you go. Eddie Murphy and Heather Locklear. You know, but. So let's go on to the last thing that we got here before we get off, just to kind of you know, end this off real quick. Of some things that were born in 1982. I'm going to go right here real quick. So these were a few things that were born in 1982. Public Enemy was born in 1982, man. They started in 1982. Diet Coke gave birth in 1982. And wouldn't you know it, the McDonald's cheeseburger in 1982 was 60 cents in 1982, man. Just to let you guys know, man, 1982 was a long time ago, but it time flies, man. And I would die right now to get a cheeseburger for 60 cents, but not from McDonald's though.
I was about to say McDonald's. Shit, McDonald's used to run that special. That's how you know a place is fucked up because they ran that special in the because I know we was in college. This 39-cent Sundays. On Sundays only, it was like 39
hamburgers was 29 and the cheeseburgers was 39.
Because me and my boy Bo used to go up there. We was like, yo, we buy like 6 of them bitches. Because the burger was like this, of course, like this thin, whatever.
Yeah, the burger's thin. Look at the burger. I mean, it's thin.
We just stack a couple of them on one bun and go to work. Oh shit! I ain't got too much else to say. My bad.
You're right.
I just had a flat. Honestly, I went to a little burger heaven then, yo. I was like, oh shit, 39 cents Sundays.
Yeah, it was on Sundays, yo. But it's funny though, like, have y'all had a McDonald's cheeseburger lately?
I haven't.
I haven't eaten McDonald's in a minute, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I had a Happy Meal because I was trying to get something to eat, yo. Because I'm working on portion control. You know what I'm saying? We got vacation coming up, so I'm trying to lose something. Be frolicking on the beach with my leopards, yo. So I'm trying to do some portion control and all that stuff. So I got me a Happy Meal, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Maybe because I was hungry as shit. But there's a million more better burgers nowadays, yo. Like, yeah, McDonald's is probably like on the bottom of my list. Only reason because I was close to McDonald's, that's why I got it, and I was hungry. But there's a million burgers that's way better than McDonald's. I would never have to eat at McDonald's ever again, yo.
Yeah. I mean,
not the same.
It's if I eat at McDonald's now and I haven't in a while, it's just because it's a necessity. Like I just need to get something to eat, and it just so happens that's the only thing available. But wouldn't you believe it though? I mean, that's I did see a comment in the chat that they probably tasted a lot better in 1982. I could probably
definitely agree.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And look at Flavor Flav, man, looking the same. Brother ain't aged, man. He still looked the same, yo. I mean,
yeah, he looked cleaner. Look at Terminator X though. He looked like Braxton from Jamie Foxx show, yo.
Oh my god. I thought yeah. The guys look young, man. This is so Public Enemy, man, and I think probably in about 8-7 years later we'll get Fight the Power from them. But I think this is the album. I think somebody said it in there and I missed it. I apologize. This is the album when he did Rebel with a Cause is the album. So, and I don't like Diet Coke, but
that definitely didn't come out in 82 though.
It did or did not?
No, it was like
Okay,
86, 87, something like that.
Okay, so
yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was just
okay. You know better than me, man. You know better.
No, I'm just saying this might be when they were formed, but yeah, that definitely didn't come
yeah.
out.
So okay. Well, it is the birth of Public Enemy, just like it's the birth of the Diet Coke. But there we go, man. I mean, this is so much that has happened in 1982. This is just our little synopsis of 1982. Our quick run through.
I don't want you to roll out yet because I want to shout to Angel Charms. I don't know if this is real or not, but I'm not fact checking because if she says it's real, I definitely believe her. You know what I mean? Hold on, I gotta scroll up.
What she says?
Oh damn, where the hell is that, Angel? Boom. Oh, my bad. Oh, sorry, you found it.
No, I found it for you. Did
yeah, there it goes. Olive Garden. I always want to give a shout to Olive Garden. That's some fine dining, Italian. I know. When you was 15, 14, 16, I'll say when you like 16, when you could first drive. Boom.
That's when you take your dates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We want to go out. Yeah, we gonna go to Olive Garden. That shit was like, oh, we go to Olive Garden? Like, he's like 16. That shit's so trash now. Like, if you ever go to an Olive Garden, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? But
yeah,
back then, it was no
Olive Garden is definitely the place as teenagers you take to show that you take them somewhere nice.
Yeah,
you're going to Olive Garden, yo. Yeah. You're like, oh my God, I get unlimited breadsticks and salad.
That's the only thing that's good at Olive Garden. Me and my wife, we drove by Olive Garden the other day. I was like, man, I want some salad and breadsticks. That's all I wanted from there because we was like, there's nothing else. The lasagna, the spaghetti. Like, you can go to Olive Garden and get endless pasta.
Yeah, I was about to say, Olive Garden was the shit.
The endless pasta is nasty. I got that shit one time. It's disgusting.
But Olive Garden was definitely the joint. Like, you was young, you go on a date there, you was fire. You was good money. And if you really had some cash, Olive Garden. What's the next step up from Olive Garden? What you think? What's the poll?
Is it still Italian?
Nah, it gotta be Italian. But you going out?
What, Cheesecake Factory?
No, bro.
I don't know.
Back in the day.
Oh, back in the day?
Oh, well, see, I didn't live.
No, Red Lobster, man.
Like, Red Lobster.
If you had some money, you say, yo, we going to Red Lobster. Oh, all bets was on. Like, you was balling. Like,
getting them cheddar biscuits or them cheese biscuits.
Yeah, boy, them cheddar biscuits was fire.
I didn't eat that Red Lobster, so that's why that passed me by.
Oh, yeah. Endless shrimp, yo. Red Lobster.
Yeah.
Carrabba's is my shit though. Carrabba's, I love Carrabba's.
Yeah, I do love too. Carrabba's. You said cheesecake. I'll go cheesecake right now. And Carrabba's.
Yeah, Carrabba's is the shit. Ain't no doubt about that. Yeah,
Carrabba's like we go to get some calamari. That shit is expensive though. Like eating out is expensive, yo. Like my wife and I, we go to a lot of happy hours now. So like our happy hour place right now is Bahama Breeze because they got like half off of appetizers. You know what I'm saying? And then half off of their drink. So we go in there and just ball out. You know what I'm saying? We get like 10 appetizers for $50 and we good. But like Ali said though, you go on the Olive Garden back in the day, that shit was fine dining. Cuisine, you didn't know what was good, what was bad back then. Now that we older, we can kind of distinguish what's good. And I'm trying to figure out how these businesses stay in business.
I mean,
there's so much competition out there when it comes to good eating.
Casual dining is always going to be a thing.
Yeah, we lost a couple of TGI Fridays up here. Like,
a lot of them are going out. It's not as big as it was, but it's going to be always some of them making some cash, making some money for sure. Yeah. Oh shit. I didn't know this was worldwide here. Well, not worldwide, I should say. Countrywide or whatever. Oh no. Oops. I ain't talking about the Red Robin. Ryan's. Did y'all remember Ryan's? It was like the buffet joint and all that.
Ryan's.
Yeah, Ryan's was fire. But I don't know if it's the same Ryan's, but we had Ryan's off Jefferson. Yep, that joint used to be fire. Yo.
Yeah, that buffet was off the chain, yo. That was that was an upscale Golden Corral, yo.
Yeah, that's what exactly. That's what it was. It's Golden Corral with a little, you know what I mean, a little suit and tie Golden Corral. You know? Not to wear a suit and tie, but you know what I mean.
I used to go to the Western Sizzling in Hampton or something. Wasn't there a Western Sizzling somewhere around there?
Yeah, the Sizzling.
Nah, Western Sizzling. It was like a buffet. Man, I got the wrong one.
Right, like we used to be like, we going to Sizzlers? Like
Sizzlers? Oh, okay. Man, I ain't know. Don't get me lying. But okay, man. We if y'all have anything else we can run through just to give our shout outs to everybody that is still with us. We just like to thank everybody that's still on here with us. We really do greatly appreciate it. And once again, shout out to thank you, Karen, so much for that donation. Karen. If you're still on with us, we really appreciate it. But just doing a quick run through, I mean, shout out to Angel, Wheezy, Chicago Cubs as always, MCAT, Misty, Pittsburgh, Jabbar, Zozo Bob. There are quite a few other people. Brandon Jones, Matt, Nymphofo. Thank you. And if I missed you guys, I'm really sorry because BIT is really great. We really do appreciate you guys coming on and always rocking with us. It's so fun. We really, really do enjoy it. Anything to say, fellas, before we end this and be back next week with our 1992 recap?
Ooh, next week is gonna be kind of interesting, yo. It's a whole bunch of good stuff in 92, yo. Yeah, shout out to everybody that comes on, man. Like it does feel. I look forward to Wednesdays, just for us to sit here. I think somebody said something in one of the comments on one of our lives was, "Thank you for inviting us into your living room." This is how we talk all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been friends for over 30 years, and when we sat around and talked, if they had a camera around, we just sat around and start talking about shit, arguing about stuff, reminiscing. It's just what we do, yo.
Yeah.
It's all natural, organic.
Yeah, thank you, man. Like everybody else said, thank you, yo, keeping this chat fire. Look, like the Ponderosa, like people was like the Ponderosa. Yeah, I remember Ponderosa. And somebody said Shoney's. Shout out to Shoney's Breakfast Buffet. Was always fire.
I was thinking about Shoney's, yo.
Yeah,
I have one right around the corner from my crib.
Shout out to Shoney's.
Breakfast Buffet was always fire. So, but yes,
shout out to Shoney's. Yeah, big ups.
Definitely enjoyed doing this, and everybody, thank you, especially for keeping the chat live. You know, that's like I said, like keep the chat live. I love you.
There you go. Thank you guys so much, man. And as always, we will be back here next Wednesday at 9 Eastern Standard Time doing another, but this time be I Love the 90s, and the year will be 1992. So yeah, come back and check that out, and we'll be here. See you guys later on the other side. Peace.
Yep.
And how you not like Rocky Phoenix? Come on, man.
Look, fuck Rocky, yo. I'm a Rambo guy, yo.
Man, Rocky is the shit.
The montage.
What do you mean you don't like Rocky? I'm saying I don't understand.
Do Rambo. I'm just trying to get something to eat. That's the same thing, yo.
What is he saying, Rambo? I don't even know what he says.
He'd be like, yeah, you don't know. I don't even know Rambo talk. But Rocky be like,
I don't know if Rambo even talks.
So why are you messing with me? I'm just trying to get over here.
You ever had that Shoney's breakfast menu? The bacon, the eggs, the sauce. Yeah, you know, say, hey, yo, bacon. No, Adrian. Hey, how you say? I'm elected. Did it? Omelet. Oh yeah, the omelets is fire.
Dog, you just said Adrian, right? How did I just now figure out that Adrian was a fucking Godfather, yo? She's in been. Did y'all know that shit?
Yeah.
The lady that played Adrian.
Wait a minute. The lady that plays Adrian's in The Godfather? Well, see, I ain't never seen her.
Yeah, she's the daughter in The Godfather, yo. I did not.
Oh.
And she's
Francis Ford Coppola's daughter in The Godfather.
I never put two and two together. I do. I'm like,
dog, I ain't even know that shit.
Yeah, she plays the daughter, the sister to
I love Adrian. She's a
Michael
great
Corleone.
compliment to Rocky. That's why I love Rocky 3 so much, because she getting his shit on the beach. Because he's like, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm afraid. That's the best part. She get into his shit, and she tell him that you can't win in Rocky IV, and he's like, "Oh shit, no, you didn't.
Don't you get it? You can't win.
You can't win. You see how strong he is."
Yeah, I definitely remember that.
And then he's like,
I don't even know who used that. Was that Big Pun that used that?
Big Pun used that in this show. Yeah, you can't win. You see how strong he is.
Yeah, but no, the girl Talia Shire, she's actually a Coppola. Her brother is Francis Ford Coppola. I didn't know that. Her nephew is Nicolas Cage. Like the Coppolas are like big in Hollywood. But
so
I did not know that. I'm like, huh.
Wow. It's kind of crazy that her career never took off after Rocky. It's like that's the last I know she did anything. I mean, she just, I don't know. She just, but you know,
she did.
Look,
she was in all the Godfathers.
Damn.
I just rewatched The Godfather Part 3 the other day. The death of Michael Corleone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit was trash.
What you need to be doing is watching Rocky 3.
No, she was in all the Rockies too, like up until 2006.
Oh yeah, she was in all the Rocky till Rocky Balboa. Yeah, I think Rocky 6.